could be Coyote getting right in there.
It's the Jace.
Jace.
We saw Coyote, even though the early game did not net them a lead, it was what netted them the Game 1 win in a backdoor that shocked the entire world.
And I'm kind of surprised by the priority from Team Flash because that indicates they think JDG are to contest it. I raised that there could be an Ashe here. That is less likely. We've only ever seen the Team Flash Ashe played by Coyote. While Jace is a flex pick, could go in multiple lanes, frankly, we expect it to be in that mid lane. So the Ashe unlikely here. JDG get the Corki instead, very high priority across this tournament. And frankly, I think a better pick than the Jace to start things off.
Yeah. I think most of the other teams would agree with you that have played out their quarterfinal matches, and this
is really good.
Yeah, this is a complete flip of a switch for JDG. No longer the Kha'Zix Ziggs core setup. We're now going hyper-aggressive with this Lee Sin.
He kicked me.
Gotta be careful for that Dragon's Rage, TJ.
I got thrown across the casting desk.
Literally.
Team Flash looking for a jungler here in the first rotation because Zizou is going to be banned out if they do not pick it up. There it is, the Wukong. A scaling pick able to be present in the late game, probably played here in the jungle, could also be flexed to Shy, still maintaining that flexibility in their draft. And also I think looking for a Coyote pick. I would be surprised if we don't get something that can be flexed mid, and there it is in the Morgana. Morgana very high priority after last game played by Ellie. However, if Coyote gets focused in the ban, then they will play it there instead.
There's some options now. JDG still locking down the Ziggs for Chet. This does mean that Corki will be going over to JoJo in the mid lane. Can match up against the Jace early on, can match Hull Breakers as well, so that there's a bit of a handshake when it comes to the split push. But the Corki will always be powerful when it comes to the objective fights with that package.
However, we talked about the power of this Ziggs in the backline and how it's typically played with a Fortress composition. Yet again, JDG are building a composition that relies on getting a gold lead. It does not have the raw tanks of the typical Fortress composition built around Ziggs. They have Lee Sin to clean up kills, but they've got Ziggs and Corki. Ziggs and Corki cannot be the solid front line. Both of them require tanks to play around. That will be the final two picks here for JDG, which is why Team Flash are really banning out engage bruisers, targeting the Riven, things with stuns that can lead off team fights. I expect the Alistair to be on that list as well.
And my question is, do Team Flash respect Lemon's Renekton? Something that we have seen been such a versatile force.
You're so much better of an analyst than me. I thought they were going to ban out the Alistair. It is instead the Renekton prioritized. Lemon targeted by both those bans. Doki, I guess, not considered a threat. Lemon now needs to pick his top lane character. You expect something tanky. It could be this Gragas in the top side. That could also be the Doki pick, preserving that flexibility.
JDG keeping their cards hidden until the very last pick. Team Flash now have to round out their composition and have to decide if this Jace is going into the mid lane, if this Wukong is going to the jungle, or vice versa.
I love this Braum pick from Empty. It's going to give them the tools to deny a full engage from the Gragas. It's going to give them the tools to deny the range spam from Lemon. And they do get Zizou the Kha'Zix, which means that this Wukong is flipped over into the top side. They preserve that till the final pick, meaning that they'll have a pretty good matchup at any point during the game. And there it is, a Lemon power pick. He has dueling potential. He has carry potential. At long last, JDG take Lemon out of Garen jail and say, we're at match point. Our hopes rest upon the top lane.
It is coming down to the 1v9 montage material that Lemon will have to pull out in these team fights. The burst damage from Ziggs, the consistent artillery fire from JoJo will all give Lemon the tools so that he can finish them off with the Noxian Guillotine.
Yet again, JDG has drafted a mechanics check composition. This want to do it on the champions they know they can win lanes on, win 1v1s on, and here they go. Tournament lives on the line.
Already Doki and Che assuming battle positions in the bottom lane. And Qingdou, all eyes are going to be glued to the Lee Sin to see where his pathing goes. He has to explode in the first couple of minutes in this game.
I look at level 3 as the marker for Lee Sin. Unlike many champions, he doesn't need his ultimate to be deadly.
Yes.
And that is a massive power point. You can show up in lane while everyone is level 3. Nobody has their ultimates to defend against you. So I want to see that from Jingdo.
And Lemon already taking advantage of the level 2 spike. Shy getting out of harm's way before facing a very characteristic Lemon all in at the level 2 mark. We've seen him do it so many times on champions in the past.
Big man, big axe, run from that. Lemon, known in the WRL as the carry of this team, known as the best top laner in China. Here we go, his chance to prove it single-handedly, trying to dig deep and keep his team alive internationally.
Lemon already getting chunks down
Huge
onto
wave.
Shy. He is prepping this wave. Jingdo is
Here
here
we go.
on time. If they get this dive off, if they
Level
get Lemon
3.
off to the races, this is JDG's game to win and set off. Jingdo lands the Sonic Wave. Shy tries to flash away, but Lemon tanks the turret beautifully, and first blood is awarded to JDG.
It is clinical from JDG. That is perfect play, builds around Lemon, manifesting this giant wave in the top lane, carrying it through so that it's very dicey defense for Shy. He can't do anything, and Jingdo arrives exactly on time for a free kill. 1 kill up, 1,000 gold up to JDG.
And now the challenge is, how can Team Flash recover these resources here? We take a look back at the dive.
Check out how Lemon starts that by autoing. He has barrier, he has less damage early, so it makes sense for him to be tanking the turret. He gets the auto, so the turret is focusing him, and then after using all of his spells, after spending his cooldowns, he stands at the very edge of the turret's range, so that once his HP goes to 0, he can step out of the turret, not die to it, but can tank for as long as necessary.
Maximizing the time that Jingdo can get under the tower to knock out Shy for first blood. And we already have a roam, a repeat visit. This time it's from Doki. He's the one tagging in.
We talked about how this was the Lemon show. Could not be clearer. The thing is, Team Flash know about it. Empty, Zissou roaming up to match, aware that Shy is going to be getting bullied here.
But they don't know that Doki is here. They can play this out right.
Doki has his ultimate. He can use that explosive cast to knock Shy into a dangerous position, but he is baited by the clone. Now here comes Jojo.
But it's a 4-on-2 now. Suddenly, Team Flash have to move quick. They've got reinforcements. Can JDG clean this up before the rest of the members come in? One is already gone from Shy. Empty falls as well. And by the time Team Flash reinforcements arrive, it is too late.
JDG, their initial plan doesn't work, so they bring more members over, because the only lane that matters on this map is Lemon's lane.
Twice on the Garen, he played the weak side. He absorbed pressure as needed for his team. In Game 3, where it matters most, where they're on the brink of elimination, it is Lemon that they play to for his success in the early game.
And he plays it perfectly here, unfortunately not getting the guillotine kill. I think it was stolen from him by Jingdo, which is a little unfortunate. Optimal play here is giving Lemon these early kills so he gets maximum gold, but he's still, of course, crushing the gold of anyone over on Team Flash. And that is the desired outcome, giving them a massive teamfight star heading into these first objectives, which are, of course, going to be the Dragon Infernal at the bottom side of the map and Rift Herald up top.
Normally, I would agree. Jingdo getting early gold, though, is great, because now you are snowballing with this Lee Sin, and with a Yuma's Ghostblade online this early, he can do massive damage.
Other things to mention here, Team Flash playing defense normally have gotten the Dragon in trade for Rift Herald. JDG, particularly Jingdo, really prioritize the Rift Herald. Here's an interesting question. Do they go for this Infernal Drake? Infernal Drake will be the objective that Team Flash want, so if Jingdo and JDG can intercept them, fight them over this Infernal Drake,
yeah,
they will maybe be able to get both objectives.
And they have a 2,000 gold lead, so why not challenge Team Flash, smack him with the thicker wallets?
But JDG, of course, really good at using that Rift Herald to force map pressure. The threat of it often getting them additional turrets on top of what that Infernal Drake does get.
Zissou's trying to sneak it.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's gonna be sawed out here, and the package from Jojo. Already explosive cast used by Doki, separating the fight. Package comes in, intercepts, but it is still Zissou that secures the Dragon before Jingdo can get into the pit and intercept. Already, Zissou is actually cleaning up kills on the left side of the flank. Jingdo can't get in.
Yeah, JoJo on the package goes over the Dragon Pit wall. I don't think that was intentional. He went too far and got shut down by Ellie. The ultimate chains of corruption locking him down, and then Zissou swoops in for the burst damage needed to complete the kill. End of the fight, Team Flash have almost completely reversed the early game pressure. They get the Infernal Drake and a chance at fighting this Rift Herald and a kill onto JoJo.
Going into that fight, Xingdo had a solid 1,000 gold lead over the Kazakhs. That gold lead, it is gone, and Zissou is online.
A massive team fight from Team Flash because JDG wanted to maximize their advantage, wanted to get as much as possible from their gold lead. They made the right call, they messed up the team fight, and now Team Flash get to swing at them 50-50, even gold for this Rift Herald.
And no package available this time around, which would have been a powerful team fighting tool. JDG, though, they're the first ones to start up the Rift Herald. Team Flash, yet to show a response.
Yeah, Team Flash maybe just say, hey, it's a handshake. We got a little bit better than we asked for. He's fine. Empty able to slide away. And so they accept the trade. Team Flash gambling on winning late game. They know the Lee Sin, the Darius will fall off a bit.
Oh, but the collapse on Zissou, forcing the flash out.
Cyclone.
Shy expends the Cyclone, disengaging the fight beautifully, but the turret is going down.
Dodges the resonating strike, the Sonic Wave, actually, from Xingdo there. Really good movement. They're going to try and get 2 charges out of this Rift Herald.
During this whole time, Coyote, split push duty once again on the Jace, was able to take a turret on the bottom side of the map. I think that was actually first brick before the Rift Herald secured. Oh, Coyote's in a world of hurt. Lemon using his gold advantage to great success to bleed out. Cool guys, don't look at Explosion TJ. He walks away and lets Coyote fall.
Knowing that Coyote maybe has a little bit more damage with that Conqueror. Whoa!
What a kick.
They got another one.
Not even a kick. It was just resonating strike. The damage, I'm telling you, man. When Lee Sin snowballs this early, he's got quite the punch.
And so Team Flash gambled on having a late game. I don't know if they're going to get one. They absolutely do have the advantage if we go past the 15-minute mark. However, JDG are playing at their tempo, and that is trying to get as much gold onto Lemon as possible during the early game, and then using the fact that this Darius has an advantage in the mid-game to win team fight after team fight after team fight.
A spark of life in JDG is finally resuscitated after 2 games where Team Flash taking control in the mid-game. JDG not being able to shut them down early enough. This time around, Xingdo, the task was put on him to snowball the early game. So far, he is delivering.
Some jungle stolen away here by Zissou. Team Flash trying to reach the late game by minimizing the amount of gold that can be picked up by Xingdo, picked up by Lemon, stealing away as much gold on the map as possible. Good response. Team Flash, a very cerebral team, aware of how they can win.
Oh, Shy, Doki as well with the explosive
Into
cast,
the
trying to
fight.
separate members. However, Zissou overwhelming them with absolute ferocity.
Huge pick!
Finally, Lemon goes down, and Doki has to bail.
Team Flash spot Lemon alone on the map using that Wukong to face check. Shy can take those risks because he has the movement speed, the clones to disengage, and they find a massive pick, shutting down Lemon, taking away some of that early game team fight power, and the entire team game as much. He's stuck on the bottom side, just kind of vibing. Like Ellie in this game does have a decent amount of gold in his pocket, does have a gold lead over Cho. You would not know it. He has not been relevant to any of the fights so far because JDG are completely avoiding him.
Yep.
And so that limits how much Team Flash can play through that bottom lane, even though he is doing well.
Honestly, that's great solo queue advice as well for anyone listening at home. If you are trying to come back in a game, play to your strongest members, continue using them to leverage advantages throughout the map, and then whoever is fed on the enemy team, get away from them.
Absolutely. Welcome back to game here at Icons, though. It is game 3 of the series. Team Flash, 1 win away from graduating to the semi-finals, knocking JDG out of the knockout stage. The quarterfinals. So far, JDG have won on the map, finding those picks towards Lemon and Xingdo, but lost in the objective fights. Team Flash looking for more.
Package available from JoJo. It is the second dragon of the game where Team Flash had been able to sneak it before JDG had a proper response. This time, they're the first ones there.
Yeah, it's a Cloud Drake, though, so Team Flash know it's not as worth fighting for. I wouldn't be surprised if they turn for Rift Herald as it spawned. There it is, Zissou immediately on the Rift Herald saying, you can have a Cloud Drake, that's fine by me. Jingdo will try and burn it. The rest of Team Flash will poke. This is the advantage of having a chase.
And Team Flash getting right into their faces, making them pick and prod. It's like, hey, are you going to force this Dragon to fight us here? Rift Herald already used as well in the mid lane. It's now forcing JDG's hand. They have to respond, and Shy is making it difficult for them. It's making them uncomfortable. Jingdo already forced to use the stasis as he's deep into the enemy territory. He has to get out. Mid turret has been taken out. JDG once again on the back foot. They didn't even get the Dragon, TJ.
Absolute disaster for JDG. Zissou swoops in, grabs the Rift Herald, grabs the mid turret, and now takes away this Dragon on the verge of taking away JDG's tournament lives.
JDG, the early snowball. It's starting to fall apart. Team Flash, they found the appropriate counter responses, and they're the ones accelerating right back in the mid game.
A beautiful game from Team Flash, a beautiful series from them, playing perfectly to their win conditions, understanding the map at every situation. There, they look at the objectives available, and they say, we have Jace, we have Morgana, we can poke, we can slow down this Dragon take, and whilst that is happening, we can easily 1v1 that Rift Herald. That's what the Kha'Zix is good at. We can easily take the mid lane, putting additional pressure on JDG, and pulling them away from the Dragon.
2 items completed for Lemon. We talked about how he was going to be one of the big carries in these team fights.
Yeah.
Team Flash have already dealt with him. They shut him down early on. The snowball, gone. Xingdo, the only character left on JDG who has the appropriate snowball going for him.
Zissou on a flank here.
Looking for more.
Just trying to slow down the retreat here from JDG, find an angle. This is the advantage of how much range they have, the picks they have.
Oh, are they going to close on in? Che has to take the long route around. He does not want to get intercepted by this Morgana.
With the gold they now have, Team Flash can take every fight like this, just poking, prodding, waiting for a mistake.
Oh,
big
huge
kick.
hit flash from Xingdo. Finds the bug, gets the stasis out. Here comes Che with the Mega Inferno Bomb. Gets a lot of burst damage down. Team Flash, they find themselves on the retreat, and Xingdo strikes once again with JoJo.
Mid lane though, Coyote is pushing. He's already found 2 turret plates. He's gonna take the turret in the middle of the map. So it is a 1-kill trade for a turret.
Remarkable stuff from Team Flash, even in the wake of an amazing response from JDG. It is still Coyote maintaining the pressure on the map.
JDG do earn the gold lead during that fight, get a little bit back in their bank accounts, and it comes from the decision-making of Xingdo there. That is, I was talking about how Team Flash are going to play that poke style, prod at you, try and extend that, early team fight phase as much as possible. During that time, what you've got to do is find a pick, land a Sonic Wave onto a Kha'Zix, and instantly execute. That's the theory. If you stay there at this hovering mid-range, it's always going to go bad for you, but if you can find a mark on an isolated target, collapse on them, that's how you take Team Flash apart. So, excellent execution from JDG. Was enough to win them the fight, wasn't enough to win them the trade.
Team Flash still maintaining the pressure thanks to Coyote's efforts. They find themselves once again with the gold lead despite all the early efforts from JDG. Baron is alive for the taking. Team Flash are going to bide their time and continue playing out the long game.
And I did misspeak there. I said JDG had the gold lead. And then I was like, that's wrong. And I just decided to power forward. This is, of course, Team Flash with the gold lead after that sequence, now growing to several thousand, that mid-turret. A massive boost to their bank accounts despite losing the kills on the top side. And I believe they even got some damage on that turret, which gave them extra plates, so.
I think it will fall here. Xingdo would have to kick away Coyote.
Oh, good pick.
Or force a pick here. Glacial Fissure stops him in its tracks. Nice stasis from Coyote, blocks it out. Doki, body slam flash, right into the backline. Ellie gets knocked up by the kick. Xingdo! Huge pick, and Ellie's got nowhere else to run. Another kill falls over to JDG. They continue the pressure. Zissou able to answer back on Doki. Shy has to save it. Cyclone on the 2, but Xingdo alongside Che supplies the damage necessary. Lemon will fall, but Shy is still continuing to power on forward. JoJo rounding off the final member of Team Flash. It is now up to Shy. 1v1 between Shy and JoJo, but it is Shy, despite the pressure he received early on in the game, comes through with the prime
gaming
ace for Team Flash.
A huge win for Team Flash in a bloody extended battle that JDG think they can win. Here's your Coca-Cola pop-off replay with 6 HP on this turret. It stands chipping away at the Team Flash members, and for a second it buys space, and JDG are able to win this brawl using the Darius, using the Gragas' frontliners, and the members of Team Flash keep coming in and using their combos so well. The range pressure from Coyote finding a pick as he jumps in with the follow-up assassination on Jingo's GA. Then he finds another, leaping in again, full combo. And all of a sudden we're in this game state with Coyote down and a 1v1 very likely for the lead in this game going to Shy.
And it is remarkable that Team Flash, through a GA-empowered Xingdo, the person on JDG that had the biggest lead of the game, finally falls to the hands of Team Flash, to the person who was focused by JDG in the early game.
A huge fight for Shy, playing his character perfectly.
Package is forced out of JoJo. Oh, does
Burning.
he burn?
He lives!
Woo! But it is the Elder Dragon on the line here, and Team Flash, they might just
Coyote's
look to win
huge!
the fight and the game off of this one push. Xingdo with a huge kick stops the fight in its tracks, but it's Doki and Lemon gone.
Coyote's huge in these fights, and also watch how much damage is wasted, useless on empty shield. I think that's earned them the Elder.
Yeah, JDG can't get in. Xingdo would have to pull off a
Coyote.
miracle for their tournament lives on the line. They have to get in
Coyote's
through
gone.
the river. Team Flash maintaining it, but it's gone. Elder Dragon has been taken by Team Flash, and JDG are on their last legs in the 1v1 between Zissou. Despite everything that Xingdo did in the early game to get the advantage, he falls to Team Flash. The Vietnamese squad are running the rift.
Coyote promised us a 3-0, and they are just a few team fights away from delivering.
Zissou with the hops! Animation cancel styling on them in the wake. What could be the 3-0 sweep
They're gonna
over
get
JDG.
Baron. They're gonna get Baron.
Baron on top of it as well. Doki looking for a miracle play to get something out of nothing, but the Baron has been secured. Everything is taken by Team Flash on this rift.
Double major objectives, the Baron and the Elder in their pocket. Team Flash in prime position with a 5,000 gold lead and a 2-0 lead in this series.
Take a look back at this replay. They see Coyote, they think, we can make this pick work out.
And JoJo goes in, but it takes so long to kill Coyote. Backed up by the Morgana shield, backed up by his own use of barrier, and during that time, Elder is picked up, Zissou spots Xingdo, and now, here come Team Flash for a tournament-shaking win. An upset versus the second best team out of the WRL as they bear down on these inhibitor turrets.
Once again, Zissou just showing us off.
Baron in hand.
With the Baron on his side, Team Flash, they're pushing through every single lane. Bar the bottom lane, they're going through the top side of the map. JDG looking away from danger. They're trying to retreat away, but they cannot get away from this squad. The lone seed from WCS, the only one from the Southeast Asia region to still represent the WCS in its prime. It is Team Flash, as destiny had foretold by Coyote, a 3-0 sweep for Team Flash.
And JDG crumble under the aggression from the previously undefeated Team Flash. Yes, they stumbled versus Nova. No, they did not stay down.
Remarkable. Phenomenal.
3-0!
A 3-0 sweep, TJ!
And it looked easy.
From Team Flash, nonetheless. When Flash Wolves fell, when RRQ fell, the WCS fans looked to their last representative in the tournament in Team Flash, the Vietnamese squad, their lone champion, and they do them proud on the international stage.
What a selfie, a victory selfie that books
A whole region, and quite frankly, the whole world has been waiting for their representatives to do. Whether you're in LATAM, whether you're North America, whether you're Europe, you wanted to see a team play full aggression and play it. It doesn't have to be mistake-free, but it has to be with and not like reckless abandon, but somewhere in between.
Yeah.
Not perfect, but not messy. And that's what we saw Team Flash do. It felt like they kept asking JDG questions. Do you have the answer for this split push? Do you have the answer for this team fight? Yes, we'll give you a 3,000 gold lead, but